There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from Miami. That'll be taken in the end zone. Powerful running and shedding his way forward. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On second down, it's Drake. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Sanders now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing on first down is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Shedding the tackle. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Tannehill throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To the air again, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he slipped right by him.
Missed.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Sanders now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
Still
The
first
only
down.
time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Automatic first down.
offside's easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I'd just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Brady now to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off play action, Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action, it's Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Patterson. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a play fake. Brady. And right side caught. Hogan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. They go play action here on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, there it is. Brady connected with Gronk, but at this stage of the game, this is kind of late for them. I'm used to this happening right out of the gate.
Yeah, and we were thinking we would see this per usual first quarter, definitely second quarter, but not the case.
And their offense not moving the ball like they normally do. They're losing the game. Those two need to get together and fast.
Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, here's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 33 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gronkowski with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. On second and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait, 20!
They'll run. This is Burkhead. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Brady, maybe a free play here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
How about that interception? Like father, like son. Tim McDonald Sr. had 40 interceptions in the NFL, playing with Arizona and San Francisco. His son trying to follow in his footsteps.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Brady going to throw. His throw incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
By 20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock.
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanders now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some strong running. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to force it in there to Amendola, and it's 3rd and short.
You figure down in the red zone, the play call that's going to come in, find the guy that's most susceptible. It's the guy that you think that you can beat. In this case, they tried to pick on the rookie, and he was actually up to the challenge.
Yes, he was. Solid job knocking that away. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go! Where do we get?
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 92 yards, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Sanders now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.